Ange, why are we here?
Well, because we need to push our limits, Lou.
We do.
Change thinking a bit.
Yep.
And add a bit of energy to what we do at LEaF.
Yes,
I guess.
Exactly.
So I guess you need to now explain what you do at LEaF or what we do at LEaF.
Yeah. So LEaF Translations, we are a website SEO and marketing translation company. So that
sounds dead posh.
I know, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it basically means that we help our clients speak to their clients in different markets overseas. So we help them communicate with their clients, grow their businesses internationally, and basically spread their great messages to lots of people.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So who do you help typically?
So we work with different types of clients. So we work with e-commerce websites. So websites selling things online. So we localize their websites for different markets, mainly in Europe. So we work with France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Portugal, Scandinavian countries, quite a lot. And then we also do like Latin America, Japan, Korea. So we cover quite a lot of different markets.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I do just think this is incredible, Lou, because we met 20 odd years ago.
Oh God. Yeah, don't count the years.
Studying German.
Yeah, back in the day, Edinburgh Uni.
Yeah, and now you're running an agency and have been for 7 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've built something incredible pretty much all by yourself.
Yeah. Basically, just step by step, just taking a positive step each day and moving forward and just gradually pushing myself out my comfort zone little by little. And yeah, just gradually building something that I guess reflects me in a way, like my little business baby, spreading the love.
So, but what's changed? Why am I here?
Why are you here? It's a good question.
What's changed?
So I feel like I've got to the point now with LEaF Translations where built it to a really good level. Like we work with some amazing clients. We work with lots of different SEO agencies, digital marketing agencies in the UK and overseas, and help them service their international clients. We work with lots of ethical brands and with like e-commerce websites, lots of great companies, and all the feedback we get is brilliant. Like the people we work with, they are always so nice with their positive feedback, and I feel like we do a really good job and people really appreciate it. And I've kind of got to the stage now where I want to take it to the next level, because I feel like we're doing a good thing. We're helping people. We're helping really good businesses grow. And I want to be able to do that more with more people. And I recognise I'm a human being with limits. There are some things I'm good at. There are some things I'm not good at. And that's where you come in, because you are we've been friends for so long and we complement each other really well. So I thought, I know just the person to help take LEaF to the next level. And that's you. So that's where you come in.
I can't tell you, right, how amazing it was that day when we were having that phone conversation, only a month ago or something. It took me sideways. I was like, yeah, you definitely need some help, Lou, and you need to be careful who you're going to business with.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, I think it should be you. And I was like, no, that's just epic. And you're like, do you want it? I'm like, course I do. Now, how does that work? How do the practicalities work? And what can I do to help you? And in my kind of new life, so obviously we studied together, and then in the last 2.5 years I've been self-employed and helping businesses with their business development, so building relationships, making connections, joining the dots, really focusing on the people and getting out there. So I guess we've evolved together to come back together from our uni days to create something, or build on what you've built, but to the next level, you need to. So it's like destiny, isn't it?
Exactly. And I feel like it's a good time to explain. So I've had in my head for a long time that at some point in my life, I want to run a business with you. And this harks back to our uni days when we did something which we still talk about to this day, that we still think was incredible. And we still look back and think, how did we do it? How did we do it?
Yeah.
I think we need to talk about the Beer Fest, Ange.
Yeah, we definitely need to talk about the Beer Fest. Like, it's literally one of the most things I'm most proud of like my life, I think. That sounds pretty crazy. And then when we were just talking to Katie earlier, I'm like, she was like, I couldn't have done that. And I was like, really? It just happened so naturally. So I suppose we have to put some context around
we need to actually explain what we're talking about.
So we both
back to 2000.
We need Bavaria in there.
Yeah, okay.
Studying German.
Yeah.
Then we both studied in Bavaria. You're living your best life in Bamberg, drinking beer till it kind of like literally overflowed out of your head. I don't even know if you liked beer before.
So I arrived in Bamberg, which is famous for having 10 breweries. It's a city about the size of York, so about 100,000 people. It's got 10 breweries. I arrived not liking beer. After about a week there, it was my new favourite thing in life. And I just sort of adopted the local culture as you do and cracked on.
You've got to immerse yourself.
Exactly.
It's all about immersion.
Total immersion.
And like, actually, Lou, we've never had this conversation like this before. It's quite funny because then I come along to Bavaria 6 months later.
Yeah, because you went to France first. Didn't you?
I went to France first because I obviously did French as well as German. So another wee compliment to the business, eh?
Yeah, your language skills,
the fluent French and German. Yeah, and then I didn't like beer either. I was like, I don't like beer. I've just come to study in Bavaria. You can't not drink beer, can
Exactly, you just can't.
I think I had a bit of an initiation with you.
Probably.
With your friend.
Adelheid.
Yeah, with Adelheid in the wee...
Oh, yeah. We found a really random local bar owned by this amazing couple in their, early 60s, late 50s maybe?
Oh, they're called Peter and...
Gizzy and Peter. Gizzy and Peter. It was amazing. They had a drinking game there, which was basically a big log, like a big tree, that you had to hammer nails in as few hammers as you could. And that was considered a good thing to do in a pub with lots of beer.
Yeah, so we bonded, didn't we? So I pretty much learned to drink beer with you in Bamberg so I could get back to Regensburg to pretty much catch up with what you'd been doing for 6 months in Bamberg.
Yeah, which was speaking a lot of German and learning a lot about the local culture.
There was
the record.
Yeah, there was a lot of German speaking because I've got to say that one of my key aims of my year abroad was to come out the other side being able to also speak French when I was in France and German when I was in Germany completely fluently. So I proper avoided English people when I was in Bavaria.
Yeah, I mean, my best mate was American, but we did speak a lot of German. That was the main point of the
you're speaking German, even if it's foreigner to foreigner. Even if it's like, I don't know, Spanish to English, but you speak German.
Yeah,
it's just what you do, isn't it? You just focus on it.
Yeah.
So what I think, so the Beer Fest chat is going to go on for a little bit, but I think what's quite amazing is that I realised in Bavaria is it's not just Oktoberfest, it's not just Munich, and it's not just in September.
No.
Oktoberfest is in September, everyone.
Just to confuse everyone.
Pub quiz, you need to know this shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, you not to say that. Sorry. And there's beer festivals everywhere, isn't there?
Yeah, throughout the year. As soon as it gets to sort of springtime, all these random little local towns throughout Bavaria have their own local town festivals. And for town festival, read beer festival. They're all essentially beer festivals.
Yeah. So we learned a lot about the German culture.
We did.
In that amount of time. So I guess putting more context around our amazing things we did when we came back after our German experience.
Yeah.
We both head back to Edinburgh. We've had an epic third year. There we are. And literally my final year at uni was my favourite.
Yeah. I mean, we did
many things and we studied loads.
I did a German play. I acted
in
a German play and I was one of the lead parts and I had to sing on stage. Now, I cannot sing. I can't act. I can't sing. And I did that in my final year at uni. Luckily, the play was called Die Marionetten and it was about puppets and I was playing a puppet, so it didn't matter that I was totally wooden on stage because it's all part of the gig. But,
yeah. Oh yeah, I can't remember that bit. But no, so we got back, didn't we? And I guess when you've been abroad and you've learned a language so fluently because you've put the effort in, because that is literally what we did. You work hard, you play hard. That's like our ethos in life.
Yeah, exactly.
To drive you forwards. And I can remember us just being like, well, we just need to find all the Germans in Edinburgh now.
Yeah, yeah. We were like, we need to carry on speaking German. There are no German people here. Yeah. We need to find them. So that's what we did.
Yeah, we set up a German society because we are super cool. Not probably the geekiest girls around, but who cares? We love German and we're going to find the Germans.
Yeah.
So we set up a German society because I tend to be a little bit louder than Lou, if you believe it. I'm like, right, so I'll be the president.
And I'll be the treasurer.
Yeah, there you go.
I prefer to look at a screen than talk to people.
Yeah. And we set up a German society and we did a weekly meet, didn't we?
Stammtisch, yep, in the pub.
We made loads of German friends.
We did.
Including Bernd. Das Brot.
Das Brot.
That was definitely my idea. Bernd das Brot. If you don't understand that, his name was Bernd and das Brot is bread in German, so we burnt the bread. It's like the best joke ever. It's the best joke ever. Anyway, we made lots of good friends. I think we even did a German pub quiz. I'm pretty sure we did. And then what are you going to do next, Lou, when you've done that?
Well, when you've been in Bavaria and you drunk a lot of beer and you've got to know the local culture, you come back and you want to share that with your fellow students of Edinburgh. We just felt like Edinburgh needed a beer festival.
Yeah, and we're talking now, it was 2005, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, oh my God, 19 years ago. It's mad. 19 years ago, we were basking in the glory still, I think, of it having happened. But so we decided we needed to recreate the beer festival for the student population of Edinburgh.
Yeah. And you got to bear in mind, this was a time before, Google existed, I think. Did Google exist?
Yeah, but
there was there wasn't online shopping, I don't think, was there?
No, and you didn't have Facebook and social media and stuff.
I think Facebook was in its very early days.
Yeah, we didn't have an account because I remember you getting me onto it 2 years later because you went to Indonesia and I was like, I want to see pictures. And you were like, well, you best get a Facebook account then. I was like, oh,
there you go.
That was my first 2006, 2007.
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't, we basically had to plod around Edinburgh trying to find people that we needed to provide services for our beer festival, didn't we? So we had to do it all. A lot of legwork. We had to wander around, try and work out who to contact.
But what did we do before that, Lou? Our inspiration.
Well, yeah, so in Edinburgh, being a capital city, there's a German consulate in Edinburgh, so... Yeah.
Can you remember the guy's name, the consul? I can remember what he looks like.
I can remember what he looked like.
Proper looked like a little German man.
He did. I can't remember his name, but he was great.
Neither. He was amazing. So we booked an appointment with the German consul. I think that was one of the first things we did.
Via phone, because you didn't just randomly email people back then.
Oh, no, you had to get the guts up to phone. I think I probably did that bit.
Probably, yeah, that sounds right. I probably thought, we should contact the German consulate.
Yeah, and I'd be like, I'll do it.
You ring him. You do the talking.
Yeah. And that's kind of pretty much epitomises how we complement each other, doesn't it? And what was really great was we got a meeting with the German consul and
he was so enthusiastic. We didn't know how it was going to go, did we? We really didn't.
No, we're just like, we've got this idea. We want to replicate an Oktoberfest in Edinburgh. Can you help us? And they actually gave us about £1,500, didn't they, to sponsor it?
We were fourth year students. We had no money. We had this idea. We didn't have any idea how we were going to fund it or really what we needed to do. We just kind of did it. Yeah.
But we just had this goal. And I think that's quite a good metaphor for life, isn't it? And appreciating that you need goals to achieve stuff.
Yeah.
And if you've got the passion behind it, you're always going to get there because you're just going to find a way.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why LEaF's going to be epic because we're just back there, but with a business.
Yeah.
So I guess, long story short, I'm not very good at short stories, but long story short, got some money, didn't we?
Yep.
Then we found a German in Scotland who had the benches, the typical German benches, the steins.
The long tables.
Yeah.
Yeah, we basically thought, what do you need for a beer fest? You need an umpire band, so we found one of those. You need sausages, so we got someone to sell sausages. You need German beer on tap, got that. You need the long tables and benches, and you need the big Stein glasses, which are 1 litre, large, massive.
Yeah,
they're massive mugs, aren't they? Mugs for beer.
Yeah, they were proper ceramic ones as well, weren't they? They weren't glass ones.
I've still got mine in my cupboard.
I think I've got mine in a box.
Yeah.
And I've got all the rest that I stole in Germany because I used to drink the beer and then put my coat over my arm and just put it under my coat and just be like...
It was a long time ago, ladies and gentlemen, just to say, we're not condoning stealing. Just to be clear, we're reputable business women.
Yeah, that was back in the day. It's fine.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah. So we got everything you needed, and we both got dirndls to host.
German dress, yep.
And how many people did we get there?
I mean, we sold out. We sold tickets in advance, I think, and there were people queuing on the door, and people were getting really mad that they weren't allowed to come in because we were full, and it just created such a buzz, and so many people wanted to come. It was amazing. Like,
there was about
absolutely
300 or
amazing.
400 people, wasn't there? At
yeah,
least,
it was in Tivia, in the big hall at the top of Tivia. Yeah,
yeah. And I don't know. This is a question. If anyone's got this far and goes to Edinburgh Uni, does anybody still do this? Because I think they did it for a few more years after.
Yeah, they carried it on, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, exactly.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it's really fun. Yeah. So I guess that was our little foray into a type of business venture together, I guess.
Yeah, and ever since then, I mean, I thought that was essentially event organising, wasn't it? We put an event together from scratch with zero knowledge of what we needed to do, zero money, and we just made it happen. And ever since then, I've thought, like, us two working together in business is just the dream, because our skill sets, we're very different people, but in a way, it just works. It just works.
Yeah. You're so much, but you can tell from our career paths, because obviously, you went into the translation route, freelanced as a translator for how many years before LEaF?
Oh, a long time. So I did
Ages, didn't you?
Like 10, 11 years as a freelancer, and then translating with LEaF. Yeah,
because you toyed with setting up on your own for ages, didn't you? And I can remember saying, you got to do it. You got to do it. I can remember one day being at your house before and ringing helping you ring some companies. Do you remember?
Yeah, that's right. Like guest houses. And
when you wanted to get into tourism.
Yeah.
Translation for tourism. So we tried, it wasn't really a real effort, but there was a little bit of like collaboration, if you like. But no, like I was then at that point kind of in my kind of sales career. Yeah. Because up until 3 years ago, I was in the food industry.
And internationally sales.
Selling. Yeah, so my last job was working for Green Core, a big private label food manufacturer, and they wanted to sell more of their products on the continent, and that's what I was focusing
language
on.
Skills, your fluent French and German, and your ability to just talk to anyone in any language.
I even did in that job, and this is just crazy. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I got to. So we did this exhibition called PLMA, like the private label exhibition. And I organised the whole exhibition, like our stand. I got it designed, and they were never doing it very professionally when I first got there, because they didn't at Green Core, they didn't know what to do. That's why they kind of brought me in, and I was almost like my own business within a business, because it was so different. Mm-hmm. And at this exhibition, we got to know a buyer from Aldi, Spain, right?
I can see where this is going. Do you speak Spanish, Ange?
Not really. No, but seriously, a bit of holiday Spanish, like, I don't know, like in a Copa de Vino Blanco or whatever, I don't know, like, I'm not very good. I can remember days I was sitting in this really boring office in Selby, ringing for Miguel, whatever his name was. He was definitely called Miguel, by the way. I did not make that up. And I'm like, I managed to get through to him with my poor Spanish, because I was determined that I was going to do. And I even had meetings with him in Spain. And I think I even got a spot deal with him on salsas or something. But like in that job, I secured contracts with Hofer, like Aldi in Austria and Switzerland and Hungary, that part. And I had I was on the cusp of winning business with Leclerc in France. It was so hard, but I just loved it because it was all linked to languages.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why our partnership now is like destiny, because leaving Green Core a couple of years ago, it had moved away from languages because of a big corporate organisation. Their focus changed. And then I chose to be self-employed when I got made redundant. And I've always had a passion for languages, always. But I just found different outlets to keep it going. So obviously, like, I speak to my kids in French.
Which is amazing. You brought your kids up bilingual.
Yeah.
Just because you just like, I'm just going to speak to them in French from birth. And I'm just going to keep doing it.
Yeah. And I don't care if everyone thinks I'm bonkers.
It's amazing.
So that was how I kind of kept the languages going without doing it with work. And then I forged this career for myself in the construction industry that's kind of centered around business development and connections and bringing people together and like literally joining the dots and thinking who can go with who to help build more business. And then like I found myself in March this year in Cannes at a property conference because I was like, well, that's France and I want to speak French. Let's go see what happens there. I managed to win some business out of it actually. But my point is like, if you've got a passion, though, there's always a way of it coming into your life if you want it to. And you just got to be so open-minded. And then like fast forward 6 months and I've got one of my best friends in the world who runs an agency dealing with like countries all over the world. And I'm like, oh, well, you could go into business for me if you want. I'm like, oh, that's like
Destiny.
It's like kind of almost like a dream, but like, I don't know, it's really weird because it is stars aligning because that's like a destiny thing. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I've built up this ability to run my own business, helping people build their own businesses. And then now I'm coming to help you build yours, but not just for a retainer fee. This is like, no, we're building something for the future together. And I think that's quite kind of amazing, but it would be hard to do that with almost anybody else because you need that level of trust.
Exactly. We've known each other for so long. And for me, so I've been running LEaF by myself for a long time now. And I'm fully aware, like, I've been through quite a lot with the business and I've just sort of done it, like I said earlier, taking one step forward at a time and just kind of I was going to say going where the wind took me. That's not true. Like I had a strategy and like knew what I wanted to do.
That's because it's you. You couldn't do it without. I mean, I'd just go like that. Yeah. You'd have a plan.
Yeah.
For
so
sure.
think through the next steps and like think ahead. Like I'm a bit of a I was going to say a chess player. I'm rubbish at chess because I get too excited and miss something really obvious that my opponent's done. But I do tend to think about things a few steps ahead. So I'm kind of with LEaF, I've kind of got to the point and I feel like now I'm really proud of what I've built so far. I think it's great. It's a great foundation, but I'm aware of my own limitations and I want to do it justice. Like I want to make it the business it can be. And I know I feel like AI kind of needs someone, other skills to be brought in, but also it's not that fun doing it on your own. And I'm kind of at the point now in my life where I want to be enjoying myself, like in all aspects, and work is a big part of that. And I want it to become fun. I want it to be fun. I want to get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
So who would you invite
exactly
to have fun with?
And so Ange, obviously. So, and that's what I think. That's what I see it as. Like your energy, like whenever we talk, we like inspire each other and we always leave conversations just be like, oh, I feel so much better. Yeah. Like whatever we're talking about. And that's what's going to happen with LEaF. And I'm just, I'm so excited about what's going to happen.
And it's quite interesting, isn't it? Because then when we talked about like, because like obviously there's all AI and machine translation and like, oh, loads of people are like, oh, but there's AI, so like that's no good for translation companies because you're just not going to have a purpose anymore because a machine can do it. But like, you can say that about almost anything, to be fair, not just translation. Any business will be affected by AI, but AI will never, ever, ever in this world be a human being and have a heart and a soul and a connection and a purpose. Yeah. And I think what you've done from the beginning is build something with purpose. Yeah. Like you've always had that at heart. I remember like your logo, it's the tree, you've wanted to care about the planet and the world and the environment, and that's why it is what it is. Yeah, well, it's got a meaning already, hasn't it? Just
a slight little segue or interjection. So I basically set LEaF Translations up because I wanted to show that any type of business could be an ethical business, that you don't have to be in fair trade or organic or whatever to be an ethical business, and that even a translation company can be ethical. So the ethical values are like a really key part of that.
what's really special about your business and what we can do together is build on that foundation. Because sometimes you can think like, oh, it's about like sustainability and ethics, and it's about the types of products you use or how you impact the environment. But it's also about how you deal with your clients, how you build your business and the relationships you form and the connection you have, and working from a place of care and really caring about what the work you provide your client and the message you're helping them share their message with the world in a professional way that matches their brand.
Exactly.
And that's so important.
Yeah, exactly. And so many companies neglect that when they think international, like when they expand internationally, their focus is just to get stuff translated so that it's out there, but they forget like how much care they put into their brand voice in English. And it should be the same in every language. And the companies, I believe, with the growth of AI and the more and more companies rely on it for copywriting and translation, the companies that actually invest in humans, in getting really high quality human copywriters and translators to create their content, they are the ones that are going to stand out. They're the ones that are going to remain successful online, because everyone else is just going to sound the same because it's all going to be done by machines.
Yeah. And I think that's huge, because we need to remember that relationships and people and care and trust and all these things, it's just so important.
Yeah. And spreading the positive energy, like inspiring people, and just, the human connection. Like when you work with clients and you love their product and you have this connection, it's really inspiring, really rewarding when you know that you're helping them to grow their business, like you're helping spread their message. And that is, that's the essence of it, essentially. It's about helping people.
One of your clients currently, give us an example of one that's quite, because you have you kind of like work for ethical clients, don't you? They have tapped into what your like what LEaF brand already is.
So Cobra Skincare are a small French skincare brand, and we help them with their translations. So we mainly translate into French actually for them. And they're a brilliant company doing great things. And I mean, I guess you'd class as non-ethical in terms of they don't brand themselves as ethical, but a really good example client of ours that we've helped grow, and a great company with lovely people, is Wallpaper Direct. And so we've been working with them for about 2 years now, and we've localized their website for the French market. And it was such an amazing success that we've just done the same for their Spanish we've just created them a Spanish website as well. And they're such lovely people, and it's such a joy to work with. And when you have clients, the people that you're liaising with on a regular basis, and you just get on, it's just so nice. And more of that.
Yeah, exactly. But that's kind of like exactly how I do business. Is like it's all about establishing a friendship and like knowing that you've got a wavelength and you get each other, and that you've got similar values, and then the rest will just follow. So it's all about us finding the companies and agencies out there that share that, and then we're just gonna we already are loving life. And we've got some really cool plans next year.
We've got a lot of really exciting things planned.
So like travel with work, I mean, definitely travel with family, and just focusing on enjoyment, servicing our clients as well as we can, and building strong connections. So
and helping good people grow their businesses. That's what it comes down to. And,
it's more. There's definitely more to what we're doing than money. We aren't. If there's someone out there that just wants the cheapest thing possible, then go to the machine company.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're creating something special and a business that cares.
Yeah. And the different, it makes such, like I said earlier, like the feedback you get, people really value working with people that actually care, that you're not just like a transaction for. And I think in the translation industry, there are a lot of translation providers, and it is quite corporate, it is quite transactional, and that is really where we differ, where we stand apart. Like all the translators we work with, like they're all super nice people, and like nice people want to work with nice people at the end of the day. Like, you want to help other nice people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the essence of it. It's, spreading, like I say, spreading the positive energy.
I know. We're so on the wavelength of that. I'm very, very excited.